I was having a conversation with friends, this is a number of years ago, and we were sitting around and we were just having kind of random conversations here and there, as people all want to do. Somebody came up with an interesting question. They said, if you were able to know when you were going to die, would you want to know? And we thought about it for a while, and I thought, no, I wouldn't. Because I would be fine probably up until the day or two before that. But for that last day, if I knew I was going to pass on, now if I knew whether I was going to heaven or hell, that would be another story. But as far as dying itself, I would not want to know, because that last day, I would be so preoccupied. I'd be watching the clock every second probably, that I wouldn't want to know. I wouldn't want to waste. We're called not to waste a moment of our time. Now, that doesn't mean we shouldn't rest, we shouldn't relax, we shouldn't take recreation, we shouldn't take quiet time. That's essential too. That's essential to our well-being, especially in these days, I think, when we find ourselves kind of betwixt and between, of kind of trying to figure out our next move and what we're going to be doing from day to day, and where we're going to be and how we're going to accomplish our task, and how we're going to, try and get back to normal, if you will, from the pandemic. But I think in the all things being equal, each and every day is meant to be a gift. It is a gift. We're given each 24 hours to live in the present moment, to really be in the present moment, and to recognize that each moment is essential, because it could very well be our last, because we are reminded, at an hour we do not expect, the Son of Man will come. We know not the day nor the hour. And we do know that the Lord is coming. We do, those of us who believe in the Lord, believe in His message, believe in His mission, know that the Lord is coming. But because we do not know the day nor the hour, we must be vigilant. We must prepare as if this were our last day. We must live as if this were our last day on earth, so that when the Lord comes, He may find us ready and waiting to join Him in the kingdom. Now, that does not mean we can earn our way to heaven. That doesn't mean we can work our way to heaven. But each and every day, being the gift that it is, means that we are called day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, maybe second by second, to build up the kingdom, to build up God's kingdom, to be like His kingdom of glory, to use each and every day in some way, large or small, depending on what we have ahead of us, what tasks we have on our plate, to always make time for the Lord, regardless of the busyness of our life, that we should take time for the Lord. And sometimes that means sitting quietly. That means sometimes sitting and reflecting on what God is calling us to do, and who God is calling us to be. Sometimes that preparation is the prayer in which we engage. That quiet time with the Lord, that conversation that we have with the Lord, not only giving to God our prayers, our thanksgiving, and our desires, but also to hear from the Lord what it is He is calling us to do, who it is He is calling us to be. In fact, that is an essential part of prayer, of listening for the Lord and listening to the Lord. In this parable, which is meant for everyone, as Peter points out, he asks the question, is it meant for just the disciples or for everyone? It's meant for everyone. It's meant for us as well, because as Paul reminds us in his letter to the Ephesians, we are, as he puts it, co-heirs and co-partners with the Jewish people. We have been given the stewardship of God's grace that the apostles have handed on to the church, and has been carried on and passed on through the centuries. And we are co-heirs we the Gentiles are co-heirs and members of the same body and co-partners in the promise in Christ Jesus through the gospel. So being co-heirs, being co-partners means we have a stake in the game. We have an essential stake in the game in which we are called to build up God's kingdom here on earth so that one day we will share in God's kingdom in heaven.